Hey, hey, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Sandra, and I'm back with a quick little video. I was live like 30 minutes ago, so check that video out. I'm trying to be more consistent on here, so I'm back with another video. I want to talk to you about something I feel like is not being discussed as much, and that is Pardison, Megan Thee Stallion's ex-boyfriend. Let me show you. He basically emptied the clip on Megan and went in, okay, on her. So this is them together. Let me just share my screen with you. Gotta remember to do that. Which one is this one? So, okay, background. Megan Thee Stallion, she is an American rapper, and she's the hot girl coach, a baddie by every right. And she was dating this guy named Pardison Fontaine. And recently, Megan came out with, she was spotted. She didn't come out. She was spotted with soccer player Lukaku, right? Belgian soccer player. Let me Google him for y'all real quick. Just give you a little background, then we're gonna get into it. Megan Thee Stallion and Lukaku. Okay, so here they were spotted somewhere. Some people were saying it was a wedding, and now people are saying it wasn't a wedding. It was actually hold on, let me share it to you. Yeah, some people are saying, oh, they were at a wedding together, and some people are saying, no, it wasn't a wedding. They were actually, what were they? They were actually somewhere. I forgot where they were, child. Oh, at some kind of brunch, right? But we had known Megan to have been dating this guy, dating Party for a little bit. So Megan Thee Stallion, like I said, is an American singer. I'm sorry, rapper. Please don't kill me, Meg. And we love the hot girl coach, and she was going through this whole ordeal with what's his name, Tory Lanez. She had a whole court case. I guess she went to a party at Kylie Jenner, and some way somehow the party ended badly. She left with Tory Lanez and her best friend Kelsey. Is it Kelsey or Chelsea? It's Kelsey. It's Kelsey. And next thing we know, she went through the whole case. She ended up winning, even though she wasn't the one who filed the case, filed press charges, but she ended up winning. She had to go through this whole public ritual, being humiliated. And then next thing we know, we're seeing her with some other guy in Europe living her best life. And people are like, wait a minute, Megan, we happy for you. But where is Party? The people want to know. Where's Party? Where's Partisan, right? And come to find out, Megan released a song called Cobra, right? And in the song, she insinuated that she had. I talked briefly about it on one of my lives, my very first live. Yeah, so this is Megan and Party. Megan had insinuated that, not Party, she didn't name any name, but she insinuated that she caught her boyfriend basically getting the guap guap 3000 from somebody, and in the same bed that she sleeps in. Let's just look at the lyrics so we can be very accurate. So in this song, she basically poured her heart out, saying she was breaking down, everybody was watching her, she would cry every night. I'm just paraphrasing everything real quickly. As long as people are getting paid, they don't care, you know. um she was very depressed. She wanted to take her own life, and he was pouring her shots, thinking it's lit, but little did he know. And because of the time frame, a lot of people assume it was Party, because the time that she was going through this whole court case with Tory Lanez, it was the state of California versus Tory Lanez actually, and she just happened to be the victim. But she's a big popular person, so people would always say Tory Lanez case or something, Megan the Stallion case or something. But yeah, so then she goes on to say she's depressed, blah, blah, blah. And then she's like, she never thought she would hit rock bottom. She's anxious. And it turns out that her parents died. I mean, I guess a lot of people who know who she is know that her parents passed. And I believe her mom was her manager at some point. Her mom used to be a rapper, so she was familiar with the industry. She was basically her guide, someone to lead her. And it turns out, you know, Her mom died. Her dad is died. I believe her grandma also passed. So everybody close to her that could was a lot of her support had passed. So she was depressed, going through a lot of stuff. On top of that, she had been shot. She told the world she was shot. She was ridiculed by the person who shot her. We don't have to say allegedly because it was proven in a court of law. Some people still don't believe her. People were calling her a liar, saying, because I believe like maybe a week after, a few days after she was shot, she was twerking because that's what she's known for, having the mega knees. And so basically, she went through a horrific ordeal. I think one of the worst things that could happen to someone is to experience trauma and to not be believed, right? So she was going through the court case and she had been dating this guy, Party. And he was very vocal, going back and forth with people on social media, other rappers in the same industry that he works in. Party is actually a ghostwriter, I believe. I wouldn't say ghostwriter because he does get credit. So he is a writer. He is known for his penmanship when it comes to writing music. And so they got together during the court case. And then once they got together, people were like, okay, good. He's supporting her. He's supporting her publicly. He's going back and forth with the baby on social media while all these things are coming out about her. During the court case, a lot really came out about Megan, saying that, she had been getting around, getting down with a lot of people in the industry. Right. So next thing we know, Megan is just popping up with Lukaku, and everybody's like, hold up, wait a minute. What happened to Party? Where's Party? Was Party? And well, after she released the song Cobra, she was saying that she missed her parents, she's anxious. And let me share this screen with you real quick so you can see the lyrics. She basically insinuated that she walked in on him getting, like I said, the guap guap 3000 in her. That's what people assume, in the same place she's sleeping. So people are assuming, wow, in her bed, in her house, something like that. That's what most people were saying. Pulled up, caught him cheating, getting his blank blank in the same spot I'm sleeping. Lord, give me a break. How much can I take? Because again of the time frame, if you're saying I'm going through all this, the world don't believe me, I'm breaking down, and we knew you to be dating him at the time. Now you're saying, oh, you caught this man in the act while going through this, and he was pretending to be a feminist, was pretending to have your back publicly, going back and forth with people. So people were like, I don't know about all that. Party. That was kind of foul how you did her. So he was getting a lot of the backlash um, on social media. But well, they say hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. But I think that statement is not as true as hell hath no fury as a man scorned. I'm telling you, when a man is scorned, what they will do is 10 times worse than what a woman will do. I know y'all think women are the ones that are the crazy ones, but truly and really and truly, a lot of men are the ones who don't have real control of their emotions. Not saying that just about Party, just saying that. Well, so Party has basically emptied the clip on Megan, telling us all the business stuff we didn't even have business knowing, stuff we couldn't even have a guest. Okay, I'm just gonna read it along with you so you all can really get a gist for what he said. And it's like, I don't know if I would have said that. I know he's upset. First of all, I just want to say this. I don't think there's anything wrong with a man stating his case publicly because he's being accused publicly. So I don't think there's anything wrong with Party. He's a writer, he's a musician, right? Taking his feelings and putting it to the paper and putting it out there because that's what Megan did. Megan basically accused them or told us that he had been cheating publicly, right? It's only right that he responds publicly. Now, would I have said all the things he said? I don't know that I would, but it's not me. You can never anticipate people's reaction to things. So here is what Party said. He said, after watching people drag your name and talk about you in unfavorable ways in order to get attentions and clicks, I never thought you would do something like that, right? And then he's like, I'd like to apologize for no longer keeping up with your lies or support your habit to tell half truths. So this is, I'm not calling Megan a liar. Party is, okay? Party is basically saying you're a liar, you don't tell the truth, you only tell half truths, right? And he also says, I hope this message reaches you well. And I hope you get the help you need. Now, I listened to the song. Mm, I feel like the flow is not right. If it had a better flow, I feel like it could have gone off. I like the beat, the lyrics. I mean, this is hip hop. The lyrics are good. I mean, he is hitting, and you know, people love a good gotcha, and the lyrics, right? And I think he definitely did that. But as far as the flow, I am, it wasn't that good. But anyway, let's keep going. He says, look, you talk ish about Kellen. I don't know who that is. You talk ish about Jalen and Darren. So these must be people in Megan's immediate circle. So when she was going through the court case with Tory Lanez, it was said that basically the same thing. When she was going through the court case, it turned out Megan's best friend had been dating Tory Lanez or having some kind of actual dealings with him, right? And Megan was basically sleeping with her best friend's man behind her back. Yeah, this is all true. I'm not making this up, right? And then he basically said, you talk ish about everybody except for the person in the mirror that's staring. So basically, I'm sure you guys can break it down for yourself, right? But my problem is she was talking shit to you. Okay, a lot of people do say when people are married or in close relationships, da 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 da, romantic relationships, they talk to their partners about their friend, da da da. Me, I'm not one of those persons. I don't believe in telling your partner everything about your friends. I don't believe in putting your partner all up in your friend's business. I believe in protecting my friends. I believe in protecting those close to me. And that includes from anybody. It doesn't matter if you're married, you're dating, anything else. I do not tell somebody I'm romantically involved with my people's business, my friends' business. They know that's off limits. My conversation with my friends is my conversation with my friends. If it's something they don't mind me sharing, okay, cool. But personally, I don't believe in telling your partner other people, especially your close friends' personal business. One, it's a reflection on you. Two, they can use it against you. And three, they can use it against them. And I think that's even more hurtful, not to just me, to the person, right? So basically, he's saying, oh, you talk ish about everybody close to you. So again, when you talk ish to your partner about the people close to you, they look at that as a reflection on you and they are judging you. Even if in the moment when everything is good, they can understand your point, they're going to use it against you. Not that you can't come home venting if you have a problem, da 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 da. That's why it's important to have a partner that understands what you're going through at the time and won't use it against you. Pretty much that's what he's saying. And then he's saying you talk ish like Keisha, but then you cry like a Karen. Okay, for those of you who may not know, a Karen is a term for a white woman, okay, a bothersome white woman, goes out of her way to cause chaos and confusion for people, call the police for no reason, especially when it comes to black people, and do all that, right? Saying that you talk ish like, and Megan be on them records popping her ish, right? But then he's like, but I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Just because she is a musician, she has her opinion, and she has a strong personality. I'm here and da 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 da. I don't think that doesn't give her the right to cry. You can be hard, you can have different versions. We all have different versions of ourselves, right? There are moments when we're happy, when we're sad, when we're popping out ish, and there are moments where we cry. So I don't think there's anything wrong with her crying. And he's saying, F those awards that you won, the money you got, and the clothes you're wearing. A whole lot happened in the past 2 years, and this is the part that you're sharing. Pretty much, you know, how could you do me like this? First of all, he was saying, I never thought you would do something like that to me for clicks and views because I was there for you, supporting you. I would never. So basically, this song is in response. I guess he wasn't going to talk about the relationship publicly because he had come out with this other lady named Jada Kingdom. I'm not familiar with Jada Kingdom. I don't know who she is, but she's a big booty whoop. She's a big booty chick, right? He's popping out. Even though Megan's a twerker, she got a nice body. Let me tell you, Megan is one of my body goals. One of. Um, but he popped out with that big booty chick, and she couldn't take it. So now you're over here, telling all the business. So he's upset about that, and he's saying, "I wish you just tell the whole truth when you were going through shit to Ish." I'm trying not to cuss because this is YouTube, y'all. How I hold you and told you it's gonna be okay, but that's what you're supposed to do, as a boyfriend, as a partner, as a friend, as someone who cares about someone. That's what you're supposed to do. But he's like, oh, the part you chose to highlight is basically saying, oh, I was getting my whatever, but you're not telling all the other stuff. So you're making me look bad on purpose, right? And then he says, I was the realest person that was close to you. The people that know you don't love you, and the people that love you don't know you. So you have to keep going around telling them lies. Be a liar in order for people to love you. But those who love you, they don't know you. That's why they love you. And those who know you, they don't love you because they know you. Bars. Anyway, he goes on to say, I loved you out loud. I was vocal. Said you never seen that up close. And I said, come, let me show you. Sit down for a second. You need to hear this. Be for real. You ain't even realistic. Ouch. He said, be fucking for real. Party said, be fucking for real, girl. And then here's what got me. Okay. I would have never, ever in a million years. Megan Thee Stallion has always had a nice body. Okay. But she's been posting in the gym. I think she's trying to start some kind of like, she has some partnerships with some brands, some athletic brands, and I think she's trying to start her own maybe workout company or something like that, right? So she's really been in the gym, killing it. Megan Thee Stallion looks good, okay? She looks amazing. She was never fat per se, but she got slim and toned. The booty bigger, ah, perfection, chef's kiss, okay? And you said you got lipo, then you started posting gym pics, okay? I would have never guessed. Now, I am not somebody who's ever against getting your body done, surgery, cosmetic surgery, anything like that. If you like it, I love it. If it works for you, do it. Anything to make yourself look better, feel better, okay. I know plastic surgery doesn't necessarily changes how you feel, but if you look better, there's some people, just like Megan. In the case of Megan, I don't think she needed plastic surgery. Maybe, some people sometimes, even though they look amazing, there's a certain part they just can't get right, so they go and have it fixed. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So in the case of Megan, I don't think like she was over here getting a BBL or doing all these other things and then pretending it's her real body. I believe it is her body, and she did fix certain areas. Even if she did allegedly fix those, I don't see anything wrong with that. And I don't think Party should have gone that low. But like they say, health has no, not health, hell has no fury like a man's corn. Okay, saying you got lipo, then you started posting gym pics. You're sadistic. You're doing it for the hours, spend hours, 4 hours doing glam. Not a blemish, but your foundation is off bars. Okay. As we also know, Megan Thee Stallion, I believe she's the face of Revlon makeup. Megan Thee Stallion is amazing at doing makeup. She has some tutorials on what you call it on YouTube. She's very good at doing makeup. And I actually tried to learn her technique because I like the way her eyes are done. I can't get it right, but she's very good, like on professional level type makeup. So he's saying, you over here, you doing all the makeup, you looking amazing, but your foundation is off. Like you as a person, deep down, you ain't it, girl. and you need to fix it. Clean up your spirit, not just your image. Again, Megan's been on a campaign to rebrand herself, especially after the Tory Lanez thing. It was found out, a lot came out about her that she was sleeping around in the industries. The baby came out saying he slept with her. Tory Lanez midget ass came out saying, I'm sorry, that was mean. I try not to be mean on my line. Okay, I'm trying to be professional here. I'm trying to be not to be mean, but different things are coming to my mind to say about him, but I don't want to stop it. Stop it. Anyway, um, he's saying, yeah, pretty much you over here doing, trying to get a new image, rebrand yourself basically, but you really need to clean up your spirit. And I agree with him to on some level. You can do the outer work, just like Diddy, we just talked about it. My previous live, go take a look. My previous live, you have to change the core. At the core of who you are of a person is what's going to determine your life, your actions and your goals and your behaviors towards other people and situations you end up in. Because if you don't change what's at the core of who you are, you will always end up making the wrong decisions or making decisions that are not necessarily the best for you. So at the core of who you are, you need to handle that business. So I get what he's saying. I get what he's saying. You need to clean up your spirit and not just your image. I thought that's what you was doing with your downtime. Maybe she was telling her, I need some time to myself. I need to go on sabbatical. Maybe I need to take 2 weeks here. I need to go out the country, or I need to stay in the country and find somebody. I just need my time to myself, that type of stuff, right? But it turns out, again, maybe that's not what you were doing, because if you can still after all of this come back and try to blame me publicly, trying to humiliate me, then you ain't who I thought you were, and you weren't doing the work that you were supposed to be doing to get yourself right as a person. Hold on just 1 second. All right, so we're almost done. Where are we? Where are we? Okay. So as we know, Megan Thee Stallion has the song Cobra, and in the video, she's shedding her skin. You know what? When I first saw that, my first thought was, hold on 1 second. All right, y'all, my bad. I'm almost done with this. Okay, so where are we? She said, um, I did think when I first heard she was naming her son Cobra, I was like, oh, they're gonna eat you up with that one, sis. They're gonna eat you up. They're gonna call you a snake. So you setting the foundation for these people who already don't like you to call you a snake. Basically, he says when the snake shed its skin, it only changes the outside, meaning deep inside, you are still that nasty person. You're still sadistic, as he said. You're still a liar, as he said. I'm not saying this, party is saying it. Party is calling her a liar. I'm not calling her a liar. Okay, so you just all these terrible things as a person, and you need to get that fixed. You got emotional hurdles. The work you need is internal. When love goes bad, can't believe it. So I believe that party did love her, and she did love him. It's just like scorned lovers. Once people break up, when it goes bad, it goes real bad sometimes. And he's saying that basically she had archived pictures of exes that she wouldn't delete, and saying, damn, you see me with Jada Kingdom, then you want Jada Pinkett. Because we know Jada Pinkett been out here telling all the business, right? Shout out to Jada Pinkett. Y'all need to leave Jada Pinkett alone. But like I said, he's dating this woman named Jada Kingdom, the big booty girl. I don't know who she is though. And she basically out here now. You basically telling all the business. Like, that's not cool, because I kept it quiet. And then he goes on to say, saw you popped out, wish you the best. You see me pop out, you start gripping your chest. So she is not happy about him hunching on that big booty shit, knowing, because she was talking about his piece and what he does with that. So, you know, she don't like it. Okay, I can be over here doing this, but you can't. Okay. And then she said, damn, I thought you was on an island healing. Like I said, maybe she was telling him, I need time, I need this, I need space to heal, to do the internal work so I can come back a new person. But I guess your album needed a new villain. Basically, you're still the same person. You're still the victim. You're still, you know, disgusting internally, his own words, right? And you did all this on my daughter's birthday. So you did this intentionally to hurt me. And then, oh, you're consistent with it because you do this all the time. You're going to pick a date that, that's important to somebody and try to hurt them on that day so they can't even enjoy that day. I got to love you from a distance. I do believe that he does love her. But, sometimes you just got to chuck it up to life experience and say, I love you, but I'm going to keep my distance because you are no good for me. And he says, same person that you did all the tags for the beats, you let him beat. Basically, you was, again, sleeping around. You let me give him a dap when we meet. You letting me interact with people in my industry. And I believe the hip hop and music industry in America specifically is very small. People get around. People know, everybody almost knows everybody. And you're gonna end up meeting people, and you let me get close with this man, and knowing that you are over here actually jumping on that and doing a full split. And then he's like, I asked you to your face, basically, if you slept with them. You said no. You saw your mother, and that's why I knew I couldn't trust you. Now, Megan, if you did this, you are dead ass wrong. Megan has always talked about she a player, she a pimp. Yeah, you one of them. You one of them dudes. Okay, Megan is a like one. It's just like, I'm just like a guy. Okay, I'm gonna do you just like a guy would do you. Okay, you gonna believe me or you gonna believe your eyes? I swear on my granny graves, that's what it was giving. And he said from that, I couldn't trust you. More lies from the lips of a lover, same lips that I got tatted on my shoulder, and I kept my composure. So even with all that, he wasn't tripping. Even though this was the girl he was trying to propose to, he wasn't tripping. You can ask Greg Una. I picked out a ring, so he really did love Megan, and Megan lied to him. Pretty much, she's saying she did go on Gail King, and she did lie about not having slept with Tori, and even though it was proven in court that she did, and he's like, he's finding out with the rest of the world. That has to be hurtful. That has to be what really kicked it off for him too. Like, I'm finding out, not only are you lying to me about sleeping with people, you're lying on national TV, having me embarrassing it, and then I'm going back and forth with people in public on your behalf, trying to be the supportive. And on top of all that, you would have thought that you learned something from this, but guess what? You came back and still trying to trash me and tarnish my name. I treated you like a queen the whole time. I'm a clown in your circus. I tried to pull you out the mud, and you tried to drown me on purpose. The devil was a serpent, referring to Cobra, for some streams and views. I hope it was worth it. And this is not for Megan the Stallion. This is for Megan the person. Girl, he chewing you up. Okay, if you falling off the bone, he chewing you up, calling you disgusting, and hiring detectives. And then here's what got me. He said, not in your house, not in your bed. So yeah, you did walk in on me getting that guap guap 3000, but it was not in your house or your bed, as you're trying to have people believe. So Megan, you doing a little bit too much. Anyway, so let me just go through this quickly. I don't want this live to be too long. You did you, I just did me bigger. You flew out the country. You ain't called for dates. So in my mind, I'm thinking we're not together. If I'm calling my girlfriend, my partner, my husband, well, not husband, because that's a bit harder to break up. You're not answering, and then you over here in a different country, I can't reach you, and we're going through all these things. I'm thinking, okay, maybe she's done with me, right? So I go on and do me bigger, and now you puffing your chest. You mad because a booty bigger than yours. That's what Party say. I ain't say Party saying that. And then he said he took all the blame. He wasn't going to say nothing. He was just going to let social media think that he did something wrong. And she lacks empathy. Even till this day, I'm not your enemy. I'm just returning the vibes that you sending me. Like he said, you did yours, I'm going to do me bigger. He really did love her. So all I'm going to say is Party did love her. and he really wanted to be with her. He wanted to be with her. But with even I think even with everything that came out about Megan, he was still going to be with her. He was still going to make it work if she hadn't one lied to him, right? According to him allegedly, and she hadn't gone publicly and just lied to Gail King. Like, first of all, why you did that, Megan? You knew you was gonna get caught red-handed. So I don't know why she felt the need. But again, here's one thing people are failing to remember: Megan has been in the public eye for a while. Megan is only how old? Megan Thee Stallion is only eight. Megan Thee Stallion is only 28 years old, and she signed with her label when she was only 20 years old. At that time, she had her mother's support, her grandmother's support, and then her mother died. So Megan is a very, very young, and she had to basically grow up in the public eye. Even with her persona, her personality, her coming out here, being Megan Thee Stallion, doing her puffing her chest, doing all of that big stuff. She is still a young woman. She's still learning. And at that time she was really a young child. What does a 20-year-old really know to be making life altering decisions and signing life altering contracts? So and going through the court case with Tori being shot and being called a liar publicly. But unfortunately for her, she did go on in public and confirm the trolls' suspicions, because now you've actually lied. They were calling you a liar, but then you went and lied. I think, she was trying to save face. Maybe in that time, maybe she didn't know. I think she did know it was coming, but she couldn't find herself to bring it, because then she would have to admit to herself, not only did I get shot and people don't believe me, now I actually lied. I've given them a reason to call me a liar. Does that mean you shouldn't believe her? I don't think so. Does that mean she didn't deserve justice? I don't think so. That has nothing to do with it. But people will use that stigma, use what she did wrong to justify their beliefs about her, right? So not only you lie, you're going through this court case, I'm supporting you, and then going through this whole ordeal with her record label, which finally ended. They were in a 3-year legal battle because she was trying to get from up and out of that slave contract that they usually have in the music industry. She was trying to beat it. So finally, that struggle is over. I believe her new project is self funded now. So yeah, I think it was a lot. I don't think there was anything wrong with Party expressing his feelings. I think he is hurt. I believe that he did love her. I believe Megan loved him too. It's always hard for me. I don't rejoice in these kind of things. I don't revel in these kind of things when I see people who used to be close going back and forth online. To me, it's always hurtful, because I know how I would feel if I was to ever go back and forth with somebody I care about online. And I think it's very unfortunate, but I think at some point Megan will have to wake up and say, okay, this is what I did wrong. I put myself in this situation for this to happen. When Megan was coming up, she was friends with everybody. I think she was the young girl. She was the hot girl coach. She was just here living her life, having fun, and she was befriending everybody, going everywhere with everybody and doing all the things. But then she started learning you can't just keep moving like that. She was moving very recklessly, as young people tend to do. Again, Megan was only 24 years old at the time everything was happening. So unfortunately for her, she lied publicly on national TV, and I'm sure it's played outside of the US too. So people just know her, and people can justify their wrongful belief of, oh, you didn't go through this. This should have. I don't think she deserved what happened. I think I'm happy that she got justice. I think no one wants to be a bad person. No one wants to have hurt the people they care about. But at some point, and even I don't think she's not trying to take accountability. Everyone always think they're doing the right thing until, hindsight is 2020, until they go back to realize, oh, okay, I guess I wasn't doing the right thing. And if you are truly growing and learning, then um, you realize, okay, maybe I wasn't doing the right things. But in people's mind, as they're doing the actions, they don't see what's wrong with it in the moment. So I think we have to give Megan a bit of grace. She is, I hope for her sake, that she does learn sooner than later that the way she was moving was not only reckless, because even now, if you're still putting out this type of statements about your ex-boyfriend who's saying he loved you, he wanted to nurse you back to health emotionally, he was there for you, and then you came out and basically you unleashed the public on him by insinuating that he was out here cheating on you while you were going through a court case, going through a court case after being shot, and people calling you a liar, being, you know, after your label trying to hold you hostage, losing your parents, losing your grandparent. I think it was a lot for you to deal with at the time, but you're telling people, hey, I was going through this, and he was still adding on to my problem, and I was depressed, and he's pouring. I think another damning part is like, she's like, oh, he's pouring me shots thinking it's lit. Basically, he was attentive to your emotions enough to notice that you were going through it, right? So he still wanted to party, he still wanted to this, even though you were going through it, right? So I think that was unfair. But again, that's just life, that's just how things happen. At some point, Megan is going to have to do the internal work. I'm not mad at what he says. I don't like some of the things he said, like the lipo stuff. He shouldn't have put that out there. But what's good for the goose is good for the gander. um yeah, so at some point I hope Megan will do the work, but we still have to allow her time to grow. She's growing up in the public eye, which is one of the hardest thing to do. And she's surrounded by people who get paid by her, who may not necessarily hold her accountable, so she doesn't hold herself accountable, right? um or maybe that's just who she is. We don't know. Again, we don't know these celebrities in real life. I'm wishing Party the best. And I'm still wishing Megan Thee Stallion all the best, the hot girl coach. I wish you all the best. I wish everything good for her. And yeah, it was just interesting, I guess, because of this whole Didi Cassie news. A lot of people weren't really talking about this. And I think because a lot of people support Megan and they don't want to seem like they're coming out against a woman who's been publicly humiliated and dragged, and for the past few years they don't want to speak on it, they don't want to add to her burden. But I think, like, we have to be able to have these realistic conversations where we say, hey, okay, I do love you, girl, but X, Y, and Z, what you did that time, it wasn't right. So you need to, at some point, you have to wake up to your actions and your behaviors, not just towards yourself but towards other people. Okay, anyway, you guys, so this was just a quick one too. I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about what was happening, and basically Party just letting it flow, and telling us what really happened between him and Megan Thee Stallion. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget to subscribe to this video. Just like you guys, I'm a YouTube consumer. Sometimes I don't click that subscribe button just because the person's videos just pop up on my feed so much that I don't remember. But please remember, do it right now. Click. I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers, and then I'm trying to get monetized so I can be more consistent on here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Follow my Instagram, Sandra Said What. My links are in my bio. I don't know how the YouTube bio works, how you can see that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Like the video so it can have a bigger reach so other people can see it and I can get more subscribers. And again, you guys, I will talk to you later. Bye bye.